Let's talk about Paolo. Paolo Banchero was unreal tonight. There is not another way to put it. This dude played the best game of his career, just point blank. I have certainly never seen him play better. He had that unbelievable playoff game. What was it? Game 6 or 7 against the Cavs, where he was fantastic. It was game 7 where he dropped 38 on them. He had 39 in game 5. But look, Paulo, I believe this is Paulo's first 50-point game. I'm going through his game logs now. He didn't have 40 in his rookie year. He had 43 as a high last year. And then this year, he goes for 50 tonight. But the thing about Paulo's 50 tonight that I want to call out before we even jump into the tape, and we're absolutely going to jump into the tape here and talk through this. What I loved about Paulo's 50 tonight was that it almost never seemed like it was a selfish 50. It never seemed like it was a thing where he was playing away from his teammates. He was getting everybody involved. You can look at the 9 assists and you can see that obviously. He has 13 rebounds as well in this game, but he was unbelievable from like an expected assists perspective. It was great. He was trying to get guys open and they missed corner threes. Every time they decided to double, it felt like to me that he just made the right pass. And we'll talk through a few moments of that. But I thought Paolo in his game tonight, this was the best I've ever seen him play. I've seen Paolo play, God knows, well over 100 games at this point. It is by far the best I've ever seen Paolo play. He was unbelievable. And we're just going to talk through kind of how Orlando got him there. So this one, a lot of empty side actions early, which isn't a surprise. You know, the league loves to run a lot of empty side actions. This season, it seems like they're running even more of them, to be honest with you. So this one, he just sizes up Siakam. So what is Paolo looking at here? Like, what is he seeing when he's trying to get to a pull-up, right? I think that he is looking at this leg here. Is this leg back? And thus, is he not going to be able to get a full contest on my jumper? As soon as he puts that leg back, Siakam, Paolo knows that he is dead and that he can get that shot. Now, look, we need to just briefly talk about how Paolo got these shots tonight. Many of them were mid-range jumpers. Paolo, as a mid-range shooter, has been good, really good throughout the course of his career. Not like monstrous. He's not Kevin Durant as a mid-range shooter. Tonight he shot like Kevin Durant as a mid-range shooter. And I don't know if that will last, but we can keep running through here and just talking it over. Again, screen, beautiful little pocket pass, sick Euro step, right? I mean, just no help whatsoever from Turner. Turner probably can't help there given who he's guarding, but you'd maybe like to see after the Euro that you get just like a little bit of a late help there. This one, I mean, just putting them absolutely through the blender, right? So when does Paolo decide to pull up here? Right as soon as Turner takes that step, he realizes, I think, that, okay, if I set him up like that again, he's going to step back like that. And he does. He immediately steps back like that because he knows that Paolo can beat him in a straight line if he has to. One other issue I just do want to call out here. Can't have your hands down against Paolo. Can't have him down. Have to be willing to contest this shot. Hey, I get it that the Pacers probably want mid-range jumpers from Paolo, but you can't have your hands down totally and not contest. Jalen Suggs was a monster tonight. He ended up with 25 points. I thought he was absolutely terrific. But again, to speak to just the unselfishness, right? Paulo is just taking what comes to him in this game. He's not trying to do too much. He's trying to keep it simple. I believe that this is a zone possession from Indiana. Indiana is just trying to guard the 3-point line. This 3-2 zone that a lot of teams are running this year, I kind of hate it across the board. I don't know why teams are doing it. It's giving up corner threes. Even if it's not giving up necessarily corner threes, it's allowing teams to drive from the corner and get easy penetration, which then leads to other guys having to help and kicking out. I'm not a 3-2 fan for the NBA. Paulo just absolutely goes through Pascal Siakam in transition, draws the foul. Block out here. And then again, just this unselfishness to make this pass, sees Wendell Carter. Paulo's always been a fantastic, fantastic passer. Has always been a great passer. The thing that sometimes drives me a little bit crazy about Paulo is he holds the ball. But tonight, when he's going like this, it does not matter. I mean, Jesus. I just don't know what you do about that, right? Like, early screen here from Mo Wagner. Isaiah Jackson is just not strong enough for him. I mean, look at that bump there. He's going to bump him at the foul line here. And Jackson's going to end up, by the time he gets his momentum back, all the way here. Paulo bumped him like 12 feet. Are you kidding me? Dude is a mismatch freak. Dude is a nightmare to deal with in transition. Quick little stagger action into a ball screen, sets up an easy pocket pass. I like that Ben Shepherd is there in the gap, but Paulo's just feeling it, and Obi Toppin is not quite big or long enough to really get into his space. Does a great job leaping and contesting, but when Paulo's feeling it like this, it's just going to be a problem. We're still in the first quarter, by the way. That's the crazy thing. Gets the early switch here onto Isaiah Jackson. I felt a little bit bad for Ben Shepherd. This was a matchup that the Magic absolutely tried to get pretty regularly in this game. I like that Shepherd here and Toppin, they communicate a switch. Still, Paulo ends up taking this mid-range jumper, drilling it. Again, Shepherd on Cole Anthony here. Cole Anthony comes to set the screen. They force the switch onto Shepherd. Toppin's kind of waiting. Can I help? Can I help? I mean, Shepherd just can't really do anything to stop Paulo from getting where he wants. Again, Paulo gets the switch onto Miles Turner. And this is just an absolutely sick pass to Franz Wagner. So he gets this switch after just that little screen there. It's not really a switch there. Paulo's gotten the switch already onto Turner. But just this little screen here. Turner gets back. Get this spin back. Why is Franz Wagner so open? It's because Siakam feels like he has to be here to help onto Carter, is my guess, which opens up that pass. I just want to confirm that real quick. That Siakam sees the switch. Yep, he sees the switch there. Carter is on TJ McConnell, which means Siakam has to come through, help off. Yeah, I would love to see Naismith maybe like shoot down there and be ready for that and make Anthony Black make a shot, but it's a tough spot. It's a really, really tough spot. Paulo, again, just on Pascal Siakam. Money. When he's feeling it like this, there's just nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stop him. Goes, gets this contested rebound, drives the ball up the court. Tries to attack Tyrese Halliburton there, which is fun. Just it's like, this is the matchup I want, right? So he sees that Halliburton's coming out after just this little mini rub action here from Jalen Suggs. Siakam stays attached, but he's too far away, and Halliburton wants to get back, obviously. He doesn't want that matchup. I mean, just absolutely sick. Still the second quarter. Again, he had 37. Super high ball screen. Love the screen. Walk in three. Like, this is the kind of stuff that Gary Harris does that I love. He goes and sets this screen so high up the court here. Gives Paolo the space to operate. They now have to figure out, because Harris is like absolutely destroyed Naismith. All right, what are we going to do here? How are we going to guard this? Which one of us is going to take Paolo? And you have to decide in a split second. You have to decide so quickly. Okay, who's going to go and take him? Who's going to go and get him? Too late. Ball screen. Naismith gets through, does a good job. Then they run a quick little flare, drills it. So what is this little thing here? So Paolo, ball screen, goes around, kicks it out here to Jalen Suggs, and Wendell Carter's just going to flip. He's going to flip this screen. This isn't like a set play. This is just Wendell Carter seeing that Aaron Naismith has his head turned this way, and that Paolo can go around and hit this. Turner's calling it out. He hears it immediately, but it's too late. Wendell Carter's a really good screener, and Paolo's release point is too high. Let's get to a quick little note from Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least two players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money action. There are over 10 million members. Like I said a second ago, they invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks always puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. We are big fans of Prize Picks here. We absolutely love the app and what they're doing for the daily fantasy sports scene. Download the app today and use code GameTheory to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today and use that code GameTheory to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. This is by far my favorite play of Paulo's game today. Not even a question, not even close. Paolo is defending. He's got somebody in the corner here that he's guarding. He sees that Turner is rolling. This is after a ball screen. Turner's rolling. Siakam's in the corner here, so he's guarding Siakam. But he sees that Turner is rolling, and as the low man on the opposite side, he has tagging responsibilities. Miles Turner has a full head of steam. That is elite level weak side defense for somebody like Paolo Banchero, who's not overly long. Like, he has a 7-foot wingspan and he's a big, strong dude. This is textbook. This is exactly what you want from Paolo. Meets him in the air, straight up and down. Turner doesn't even complain that it's a foul, despite how physical it was. And then we just get Paolo coming up. He's got the mismatch in transition, drills it over Nembhard. And then finally, just a quick little switch or a quick little screen. No switch there, but they're just like, we got to get this ball out of his hands immediately. We can't deal with this anymore. Hits the hockey pass from KCP down to Wendell Carter. He played the right way today in every way, shape, and form. He played the right way today. He was fantastic. 10 minutes left in the third quarter now. Paolo, backspin, and again, just sees he's got Gary Harris open. Let's hit him, right? Why is Harris open? So Carter, that's just like a little, I think I would call this just like a stack pick and roll, right? So you can see it's almost like a sideline stack pick and roll where Carter goes and sets the screen. Banchero's coming here, and then Carter is going to try and like roll and bump Siakam here while Harris gets out to that 3-point line. He absolutely is open. Siakam has no idea where Gary Harris is right now. His head is completely turned to Paolo. Paolo recognizes it and just drills Harris in the corner. His recognition was on point tonight. His vision was on point tonight. Gets in the passing lane defensively. Easy kick ahead to Mo Wagner. He's just super locked in. He's extremely locked in defensively. Fourth quarter now, 6 minutes left. Notice Anthony Black is on the court. Anthony Black played a great fourth quarter tonight. He ended up with 8 points in the fourth quarter, drilled a couple of threes. He was awesome. Played super hard defensively. He is clearly turning into an extremely useful piece for the Orlando Magic. Anthony Black has been fantastic to start this season off the bench for Orlando. The numbers are probably 9 points per game, something like that, 9.5 points per game. But he passes, he defends, plays 20 minutes a night. He's been terrific to start the year, along with Jalen Suggs. But again, Paolo, look at this. This is a simple horn set, right? So for people who don't know what horns is, so horns is going to be this setup here. You can do a number of different actions because the court is very well spaced in this action, or in this just basic play setup. They enter the ball to Paolo here. Anthony Black goes away. I think he ends up kind of cutting to the rim off of a Suggs screen. Then you get into this DHO action. Two teams usually do one of two things off of this cut in this screen. Some will have Suggs come set a screen for Paolo here, and Paolo will go around the screen. Or you can do what they do, which is have Suggs come off that screen and take a dribble handoff from Paolo, and then you can get Paolo into the middle of the court on the pocket pass if you know the team is going over the dribble handoff. I love here how Banchero recognizes that Toppin is full scale trying to get back into this play and recovery. So he just stops and he's like, okay, I'm set. I can get the ball right where I want it, right at the free throw line, right? Step back, nasty jab step to totally freeze him. Rebound for Paolo again. 5 minutes left in this game now. Tight game. Pacers still up 3 after a great comeback in the third. Just goes through their defense, starts talking. Pacers still up 3 with 4 minutes left. Look at Naismith. Naismith is talking. I think he's yelling to let him know what's coming behind him as well. Part of what's fun about ghost screen actions, which is what this is. So KCP is going to come around, fake like he's going to set a screen, then just go around. Part of the goal is that you're getting, hopefully, Halliburton to stop here and then kind of bump into his own defender. As soon as he bumps into that defender, creates a wide open kick out to Suggs in the corner because watch Siakam. Siakam sees this open driving lane right here, and he's like, oh shit, I have to go help. Perfect pass right in the shooting pocket. Suggs, again, was great tonight. He missed that shot, but he ended up going 25 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 for 13 from 3. They don't win the game without Jalen Suggs for sure. Anthony Black misses this. Again, just a monster rebound here from Suggs. They find Banchero, who's got the Ben Shepherd mismatch off of the offensive rebound. I mean, just kind of unlucky on some level, right? And just goes through Shepherd. Shepherd's unfortunately just not strong enough for somebody like Paolo. Still 112, 111 Pacers with 3 minutes left. Get the kick out, jab. All the hesitations, just all of the hesitations everywhere. It's so hard to stay in front of him when he's in this rhythm like this. Jab, hang dribble, crossover between the legs. It's just hard to deal with all those moves. He's slicing, he's dicing, he's moving through. Now it's tied, 43 seconds left. Run like a double screen at the top, and he hits the behind the back pass to Suggs. They eventually get it to Anthony Black, who drills the 3. That's the biggest shot of the night. Didn't come from Paolo, but it came from Paolo utilizing his gravity to get a hockey assist here. Look at how many dudes here are around Paolo and engaging in Paolo. 1, 2, 3. Then we've got 2-on-2 here. Nobody on the guy that's hit 6 threes already. I love Suggs' patience here. Forces the closeout from Nemhard. It's got to be a flyby. Forces the help up from Shepherd and trusts his player, despite the fact that he's made 6 threes, trusts his teammate, Anthony Black, who throughout his career has not been a great shooter, but trusts his teammate to come in and make that shot. Drills it. Game winner for Anthony Black. Well deserved. He's been great to start the season. Yeah, the Magic look really good. The Magic are 3-1. They're 2-0 at home. They've done a really, really good job so far. The Pacers, I mean, this was I thought they played pretty well, especially in the third quarter, really. I would say the third quarter was the quarter where they dominated this game. But they're sitting here at 1-3. The Magic have done just an absolutely great job this season of weaponizing Paolo, of getting their guards involved like Suggs and Anthony Black. KCP is just going to take some time. And even when he does take time on offense, he's still been really, really valuable on the defensive end. This was a huge, huge win